So the lawyers of the Tate brothers, Eugen Vidineac, breaks the silence and talks about what's going on with the Tate brothers. We're gonna briefly update on that. From what I understand, there is what's going on. That's not a real name. Well, it is a real name, apparently. We are going to do Joe Schmo later today. Do not worry. Fear not. For all of you who are excited at the prospect of a new React meta, it is upon us. We are watching shitty early 2000s reality TV again on this broadcast. And we started it off. It was fucking dank. It was excellent. And we're going to continue on with that later in the day. But before we do that, I do want some updates. I do want to give you some updates from what is going on. The House is currently attempting to pass a new rules package right now, by the way. But hold on. Andrew Tate, I don't know if he did. Does anyone know if Andrew Tate actually had to go to the hospital, or was that like fake news from his fan base? Because the unfortunate the unfortunate thing here is that his fan base is like spreading misinformation a lot, and it's like out of Romania, so we don't fucking know, and there's no way to like legitimately figure this out. But Andrew Tate's Twitter account shares questionable claim he was attacked after reports he went to the hospital after a jail checkup. The Matrix has attacked me, the tweet reads, perpetuating conspiracies around Tate arrest. Tate and his brother were arrested in December as a part of the human trafficking investigation. Andrew Tate's Twitter account shared an article suggesting that he and his brother were taken to the hospital. He or his brother was taken to the hospital on Sunday while in Romanian jail. Now, it wasn't clear who made the post since Tate is incarcerated, though the account suggested Tate had been attacked. Okay. Tate's post linked to the news from a Romanian outlet, Spy News, which stated, what the fuck is Spy News? Which stated one of the brothers had been sent to the hospital following a routine health checkup in prison. It did not specify whether it was Andrew or his brother Tristan. Spy News in turn cited a report from Romanian CNN affiliate Antena 3, where journalist Carmina Pricopie is quoted describing the brother getting referred to a hospital expert after his medical exam. The Matrix has attacked me, the account tweeted, but they misunderstand. You cannot kill an idea. Hard to kill. The Romanian report did not contain anything supporting the claim that someone tried to injure Tate. Tate's account has repeatedly referred to the Matrix movies while posting vague assertions that the investigation is a conspiracy against them. Tate has not directly responded to the human trafficking allegations, but his lawyer did tell the Romanian news outlet Gondul that there was no evidence other than victim statements, but stopped short of saying Tate was innocent. Of course, the brothers were arrested. They used the Loverboy method. You already know that. He was originally fucking taken in for 24 hours, which they extended to 30 motherfucking days. Did you see this old ass clip of yours making the rounds on TikTok? Yeah, I saw it earlier today. Yeah.
How can the richest country be so poor?
Is this a failure of liberal policies in California?
Yes.
Yeah, this is me fucking like, yelling at Larry Elder, and it's this morning when I first watched it, it came up on my For You page as well. It had 15K likes. Now it's at 65K, which is crazy. Yes, before he was a hippie. Oh my God. Hasanabi, you are an ugly little man. I mean, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but like little is kind of a funny thing to say to me. We'll watch this in a second. So breaking, Andrew Tate is hospitalized. The Matrix attacked me, says Benny Johnson. Why the fuck is Benny Johnson tweeting about this? Because these disgusting fucking shitheads cannot stop themselves from putting their tentacles on anything and everything that they can potentially fucking propagandize. Okay, that's why Benny Johnson, America's favorite plagiarizer. Okay. America's favorite was Little's a stretch, thank you. Okay. let's watch. So Mudahar says, it sounds like a standard medical checkup. The Matrix isn't real either. It's a movie. Secure your grasp on reality and suck on fresh air. Here is the Romanian article. Yesterday, he was taken out of the central prison of the Capitol Police and taken to the hospital because because when he was incarcerated, according to the procedures, he was given a medical examination, and the prison doctor asked him if he was suffering from certain ailments. The attorney for the Tate brothers notified the Central Detention Center and stated that he had certain medical problems. Well, that's not very top G. Having medical problems like balding is not very top G. I thought he hadn't balded. I thought he cut his hair on his own accord. Now, from my information, he is again at the Central Police. From my information, he is again in Central Detention Center in the Capitol Police. More details about the disease or speaking about the condition or about something that follows medically speaking are not available at this moment. They are confidential information, says Carmina Pricople, investigative journalist for Antenna 3 CNN, said, according to the quoted source. Ableist much? Exactly. Do you see it now? It says social media strategist, life, liberty, property rights, Bitcoin, nonconformist. Anyway. Okay, so Andrew Tate live, no evidence for trafficking or rape charges against brother, says lawyer. Okay, so we're going to watch the lawyer now speak out on Gandul.
Bună ziua, domnul avocat.
Salut, mână, doamna Angelescu.
Mulțumesc pentru oportunitatea acestui interviu. Aș vrea să intrăm direct în subiect.
Cu drag.
Dumneavoastră urmează să comparați în fața instanței pentru a-i apăra pe clienții dumneavoastră, pe frații Tate, pe data de 10
Așa este.
ianuarie.
Dude, Romanian news is so fire. Like, it just feels like she shot this in her apartment. You know what I mean? Like, this grandma. Also, it seems to me that Andrew Tate's lawyer also has the same medical problem, the medical condition. He seems also to be follically disabled, follically challenged. I'm sorry. And you know, I guess that's how he picks his team. You know what I'm saying?
Până acum, până la acest moment, ați avut acces la dosar pentru a vă formula apărarea?
Stimată doamna Angelescu, din păcate nu. Țin să precizez că fraților Tate li s-a...
Do you think Andrew Tate got this guy from Twitter like Elon Musk did? You know how like Elon Musk was like, I want all the top Twitter minds to be my lawyers. Like, it seems like he did the same shit. He won't see your he won't see your bald shaming commentary, but your bald fans will. Listen. My bald fans know, okay? They know that I ride with my balds. The person who contacted Ethan is a crypto lawyer, self-described. Listen, here's what's happening, okay? One day, I will decide. First of all, one, I'm going to cut this hair. I'm sick and tired of it. So there's that. So I apologize for the fans of the long hair, but it's coming. Okay, I'm just getting you ready to go. Number two, okay, I'm gonna go back to the fuckboy hair. You know, long on top, short on the sides. Number two, one day when I decide like I don't give a shit about my hairline anymore, I'll do steroids and then I'll go full fucking bald. Okay. For all the bald boys, you know, this one's for you.
A schimbat calitatea din martori în suspecți și din suspecți în inculpați în seara zilei de 29 decembrie 2022, până la care aceștia au avut calitatea de martori, astfel încât nu ar fi avut posibilitatea să studieze dosarul de urmărire penală. Au fost reținuți cu prilejul aducerii la cunoștință a calității de inculpați și a emiterii ordonanței de reținere de către procurorul DICOT, pentru ca în ziua de 30 decembrie, orele 14, să fie stabilită să fie stabilit termenul pentru punerea în discuție a propunerii de emitere a unui mandat de arestare preventivă pentru o perioadă de 30 de zile. Iar noi am avut posibilitatea ca apărători să studiem dosarul de urmărire penală preț de 45 de minute înainte de începerea ședinței. dată sau moment la care
This guy's got no fucking riz, dude. He's like, oh God, he just sounds so fucking boring, you know? He sounds so incredibly boring. I know it's like, Hasan, you gotta narrate. I ain't reading it. Okay, brother, I'm not gonna fucking sit here and read 37 minutes of subtitles, okay?
am luat cunoștință
He's
și
just
despre
basically talking about the details of what happened. Ultimately, he's going to say, during this period, while they were witnesses until where these goods returned to them.
Le-au fost înapoiate.
o parte cu prilejul
On the
percheziției
occasion
din
of the
11
search of 1104. So April 11th is the first time they were raided. If you remember, several of their electronic devices were seized.
2022 au fost ridicate mai multe device-uri electronice pentru a face obiect și ne referim perioada de referință, avem 11 restituite o parte din aceste
some of the electronic devices were returned.
electronice
Computer searches were carried out on them. Some of them were not even returned to this day.
Mare ca să nu se fi luat, să nu se fi extras
And he
datele
says,
din
from this
toate
period of
sistemele
time,
informatice
it's
și să
enough
nu
to
se fi
extract all the
făcut toate
information.
perchezițiile informatice o perioadă
So
de
for
8
8
luni
months
de
they
zile.
did this. There's also a wiretap though. This man just openly admitted we're about to see Hasan turn into Rogan. Yeah.
Bun. Acum, printre acuzațiile care au o gravitate, spun, destul de mare și în fața opiniei publice, este infracțiunea de viol. Din informațiile mele ar fi vorba de viol săvârșit asupra unei
She's asking a question about rape,
din Republica Moldova.
saying rape is a more serious crime in the eyes of the public.
Și ar fi fost una sau două infracțiuni.
Se rețin două acte materiale.
Două acte materiale pentru unul dintre frații Tate.
Așa este.
Bun. În acest context, dumneavoastră, ca apărător al lor, puteți să-mi spuneți ce dovezi
Can you, as their defense support,
există
the defense
în
attorney,
acest sens
say that
pentru
there's no support for the rape
acestei
charge?
acuzații?
Stimată doamnă Angelescu, voi puncta încă de la început asupra faptului
From the beginning
că
that even up to the
starul de
present
urmărire
moment
penală
of the
pentru a
criminal
asigura
investigation
apărarea eficientă a
is this
punct de
the effective
vedere,
defense of the
eu sunt
clients?
uimit cum
In this sense, I would like to point out that at least from this point of view, I am also somehow amazed, together with my colleagues, that the distinguished lawyer Konstantin Gliga and my other colleague, who were instrumentalizing this file, and we spent day and night trying to piece together the puzzle of the allegations presented by the prosecutor. Oh my God, he's such a fucking lawyer.
de procuror.
There is not a single piece of evidence apart from the victim statement. So his defense is literally, this is a he said, she said situation, and that the only evidence that the fucking prosecutors have is the eyewitness testimony. Which, by the way, when the fuck did we get to a point where, like, that's not enough? Especially in, like, a criminal trial. You know what I mean? Like, how the fuck... Like, I don't understand how that's, like, not considered to be, like, evidence. You know what I mean? It's like... I genuinely don't understand. Like, it's at least enough to, like, conduct an investigation. You know what I mean? And there's also another witness, too. It's not enough evidence, apparently. No, it's an eyewitness testimony or like firsthand accounts of the action that took place is enough to fucking charge someone. No. It's not. I'm not saying someone says someone is a fucking, someone is a rapist and then you just throw them in jail. No, you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. But like personal accounts is usually like, if the criminal justice system works, enough to at least conduct an investigation, okay? And then if there are multiple women, including some who are witnesses to the action, well then yeah, you have a pretty decent case. You know what I mean? The evidence is everything he's ever said publicly. I mean, there's that too, but like, obviously, that's not what I'm talking about. That's not enough. Thank God you're not the judge, dumbass. Oh my God. Of course, thank God I'm not a Romanian judge, you fucking idiot. But I'm also not saying that. Tater tots literally have like processing power diminished from their brains to be able to become Tater fans, okay, to become the Tater Tots again. So they get so fucking horny and excited to hear what I just said, okay? They're like, oh, they're still responding or reacting to something that they misunderstood that I said 3 minutes ago, after I'm done clarifying it.
În acest moment, nici o singură probă în afară de declarația victimei care să conducă la ideea că ar fi fost săvârșită vreo infracțiune de viol. Ba mai mult, din încheierea motivată a judecătorului de drepturi și libertăți a Tribunalului București, rezultă foarte clar că nu se susține o astfel de infracțiune și că nu există elemente probatorii care să susțină această infracțiune.
All of these people that are afraid someone will accuse them in a very convincing manner and be believed by a jury of your peers, what are you scared of? You thinking of something specific? Dude, that's crazy. Like, the assertion that, like, people would not be fucking upset or fearful of something like that, and that somehow like implements or that somehow implies that you're guilty of something is ridiculous. No, of course, just saying that someone is like someone did rape to them is not going to be enough for someone to have their fucking freedoms removed from them. Please, okay? And someone actually thinking that I said that and then jumping to that conclusion and then yelling at me is stupid, not because the concept itself is dumb, but because they misunderstood me. Okay?
Motiv pentru care judecătorul de drepturi și libertăți nu are suspiciunea rezonabilă că această faptă ar putea fi reținută în sarcina vreunuia din inculpați.
Bun. Acum știm foarte bine că judecătorul de drepturi și libertăți nu tipăie fondul așa cum face judecătorul de cameră preliminară. Deci în acest context, judecătorul de drepturi și libertăți s-a axat pe gravitatea faptei așa cum este ea în litera legii pentru a hotărî această arestare. Mai mult decât atât, au cântărit și celelalte două infracțiuni, aceea de trafic de persoane și cea de grup infracțional organizat.
Bun, dar permiteți-mi totuși să punctez asupra următoarei chestiuni. Chiar dacă judecătorul de drepturi și libertăți, la momentul analizării propunerii privind emiterea unui mandat de arestare preventivă, nu este în momentul procesual în care să analizeze faptele, ci dispozițiile lui 204 Cod Procedură Penală coroborate cu 223 Cod de Procedură Penală, nu uitați că 223 Cod de Procedură Penală face trimitere.
This is boring Romanian law shit. They're saying that there is not enough for a preventative arrest in conjunction with the elements of the criminal file, which I think that there are enough for a preventative arrest. After a few hours, the Judge of Rights and Liberty studying the criminal investigation file in conjunction with the information contained in the report, proposal for a preventative arrest assesses that there are no elements to create reasonable suspicion. He's basically trying to, this is him gearing up for their appeals process so that they can shorten the sentencing, so they can shorten the amount of time Andrew Tate spends in prison, okay? They're saying that, like, there isn't enough evidence to put him in, some kind of preventative detention when, yeah, there is. Like, if there's a 9-month sex trafficking organized crime investigation that was concluded, which literally had wiretaps, I feel like they probably made a good job, or they probably have a good enough fucking reason to suspect that you were definitely doing sex trafficking, and you should be held in detention for an extended period of time. It's wild. It's not like they're just fucking, pulling this shit out of their ass. Like, this is the anti-terrorism unit, dude. Like, they had wiretaps. Like, what the fuck? You think that they just didn't, you think that they were just like throwing darts at a fucking wall? Like, I don't understand. This guy is arguing like he's, not necessarily like he's trying to get Andrew out of fucking jail, but he's arguing like he wants the tater tots overseas to hear his words and defend Andrew Tate in the same way.
Opinia apărării, nu avem probe.
Bun, acum să ne întoarcem un pic la infracțiunea de viol. Mie mi-a
Vă rog.
atras atenția în motivarea care a fost, în extrasul de motivare care a fost dat publicității, dumneavoastră avându-l
În integralitate, da.
integral, mi-a atras atenția existența a 2 rapoarte de expertiză extrajudiciară, cele 2 fete.
They made reference to the two women. One is American, the other one is from Republic of Moldova.
Și
There's extrajudicial expert reports when they were carried out and when they were drawn up.
Și vă mulțumesc
Do you have any
frumos că
comments?
mi-ați adresat-o. Și vă și spun de ce. A fost una dintre apărările noastre pe care am încercat să le fructificăm în favoarea inculpaților la momentul analizării propunerii de arestare preventivă. Vorbim despre 2 referate probe
Extrajudicial evidence. There's not requested. That was not requested by the
Că
prosecutor.
n-a fost cerută de procuror.
Că n-a fost cerută de procuror. Că cabinetul unui
The alleged victim,
psiholog,
the alleged injured
random,
person, went to the
eu
office
ales
of a random
numai după
psychologist. What do
urmarea
I know?
discuțiilor.
And according to the criteria of that particular person, known only to the applicant and following discussion. I mean, this is literally like him arguing the court case with a media person who does not have access to all the information. And I don't know if he's like presenting the information adequately. Okay. He's literally like, he is a debate lord. That's what lawyers are. Debate lording a random fucking media person. And the media person doesn't have access to all the information. He has access to all the fucking information. So like, he's always going to come across like he is the primary party here. It's kind of stupid because like then you're giving the prosecution like what you're actually going to do, but I guess that's a gamble for them because they want to do PR. So he doesn't give a fuck.
Persoane de solicitante știute și urmarea discuțiilor, a analizei de către profesionist s-a emis acest raport de expertiză. Nici nu știu de ce îl numim raport de expertiză.
Da.
Chiar nu este o veritabilă expertiză, da?
De aceea v-am întrebat.
Așa, s-a emis acest, eu îl numesc punct de vedere a unui.
So she didn't even go to the authorities herself. A psychologist went to the authorities after a psychiatrist went to the authorities, as is what she is supposed to do after she found out that like this had happened, I guess. That she was raped.
Știu eu, analizate, persoanele supuse
and the people undergoing psychological control by the professional in question have suffered. What seems to me, so he's like already undermining the psychiatrist, saying like psychiatrist sucks. But it seems to me, and what I don't understand, how could the accusation have been based itself on extrajudicial evidence, and how could it be presented to the court in the proposal for a preventative detention as evidence that this extrajudicial expert opinion with the quotation marks that are required was the basis for the proposal when such serious offenses so reprehensible evidence should be presented at the time of the proposal for a provisional arrest, which does not leave any doubt for impartiality or partiality. I don't think that was the only reason for why he got fucking arrested, though. He's like lasering in on the rape thing, but this is not the that's not the reason why. Pre-licensed therapists here, psychologists can't break confidentiality and report past instances without written permission from the patient. We can assume that they were allowed in writing writing to advocate for her in her place. I think the only reason why they would do that, the only reason why they would be allowed to do that is if they're worried about their own personal client. There's a reasonable suspicion that they will do a crime again in the immediate future. Right? That's the only way that like a psychiatrist can violate that patient confidentiality. That's just straight up not true law. Wait, really? Am I wrong about that? I don't think there's HIPAA in Romania. I mean, a lot of these countries have similar fucking rules. It's not like it's lawlessness. Come on. As much as Andrew Tate literally was like, I went to Romania because it's lawlessness and I can ball on a budget and be a pimp and fucking pay the cops. You know, it's not like that.
De mare probă în dosar s-a susținut că trauma există și iată agresiunea în orice formă ar fi fost exprimată este de asemenea dovedită. Nici pe departe, din punct de vedere legal nu sunt în picioare.
Aș vrea să-mi punctați, vă rog frumos, dacă se poate, când anume au fost luate aceste expertize, când s-au făcut aceste evaluări asupra celor două fete și dacă ele se mai află în țară la acest moment.
Am precizat încă de la început că mă voi limita a prezenta în discuția noastră elemente de natură a nu pune în pericol urmărirea penală sau a împieta în vreun fel buna desfășurare a procesului penal. Însă în spiritul legalității răspund că nu cunoaștem dacă la acest moment cele două se mai află în țară sau nu. Însă se pare că nu s-ar mai afla în țară.
Eu așa știu pe sursele mele.
Yeah, he's talking about the
contrare interese sau
he's basically he's just I'm skipping over here, but like he's just saying that it's just like victim testimony, or even worse, it's a medical professional's like assessment of the trauma. That should not be enough to arrest someone. But that's not the reason why he's in jail, in my opinion. I don't think that is the reason.
Dăunare, mai bine zis.
Also, I have to pee again.
Așa numitelor traume suferite înseamnă că plângerile penale în continuare, plângerile prealabile în continuare se susțin. Numai că dumneavoastră înțeleg că la acest moment nu cunoașteți când anume au plecat persoanele respective, când s-a făcut evaluarea.
Nu.
Da? Și dacă acestea pot fi audiate din nou pentru a putea și dumneavoastră să puneți întrebări.
Nemijlocit și instanța de judecată la momentul procesual al judecății.
Lucrul acesta s-ar putea face prin videoconferință, dacă ele nu mai sunt.
S-ar putea face prin mijloace electronice, de asemenea printre probele solicitate de către noi apărarea în favoarea clienților noștri, am trimis parchetului notă de probe prin care am solicitat chiar și o confruntare a părților vătămate cu clienții pe care îi reprezentăm. Deocamdată investigatorul de caz, procurorul, nu și-a exprimat o poziție cu privire la aprobatoriul propus.
Din experiența pe care o aveți, credeți că ceea ce numim acum cazul Tate este o anchetă motivată de alte interese care ar fi camuflate deocamdată, să spunem, și ancheta ar urmări de fapt altceva? Intuiți că ar avea loc în următoarea perioadă o extindere a urmăririi penale care să ducă în altă direcție, care să fie și surprinzătoare?
Nu intuiesc la acest moment nimic referitor la acest subiect, întrucât oportunitatea extinderii urmăririi penale asupra altor fapte sau asupra altor persoane aparține exclusiv procurorului de caz. Însă, coroborând probele despre care ni s-a adus la cunoștință prin actele efectuate și opozabile inculpaților până la acest moment, cu mijloacele probatorii descrise în referatul de urmărire penală sau în celelalte documente ce ne-au fost înmânate, nu dosarul, punctez, am voie, nu intuiesc, dar am voie să mă întreb dacă e ceva mai mult de atât și ne scapă nouă azi.
Intuiți probabil și o, să spunem, o interferență a serviciilor secrete din România în acest caz?
Eu personal nu intuiesc o astfel de ipoteză, urmează să vedem dacă are loc o astfel de imixtiune sau nu. Nu am la acest moment, nu am dosarul. Revin și arăt, nu am dosarul.
Bun, din motivarea pe care a dat-o judecătorul de drepturi și libertăți, reiese cumva că...
Wait, they actually released text messages of Andrew Tate and the victims, really? I mean, this looks like it's serving the interests of Andrew Tate more than anything else. I know, like, Gundul, like, I'm not very familiar with, like, Romanian outlets, obviously. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know what the fuck Gundul's, like, interests are in this circumstance. But But it does feel like this is just like PR for the most part. Because again, she doesn't have access to all the details. He does. So he is basically going to control all the information in this. He owns, like Andrew Tate's lawyer owns the conversation. He is the primary person with all the information in this circumstance. And there isn't enough information that like official documents have not been revealed. So she doesn't have enough to like push back on anything. So he could just basically say like, he could basically just fucking say whatever the fuck he wants. Gondul and Digi24 are 100% trustworthy sources. I'm not saying it's an untrustworthy conversation, but even trustworthy news outlets will sometimes want to, they sometimes get horny for exclusives, which this is, especially if you are a smaller news outlet and you get horny and then you fucking have like the lawyer come on and talk about it. Not that any of this matters, but it's feeling like the defense attorney arranges the interview with Gondul and not the other way around. The lawyer just said he doesn't have access to the full file, but it doesn't matter because he still has more information than Gondul does about the case. And he's like, or even if he doesn't, he is seemingly claiming he has more information and therefore following up by, painting the conversation in a particular way. He keeps saying he doesn't have the file and doesn't know anything. I know, but it doesn't matter because he keeps saying like, well, the real reason why the extradition protocol happened is because like it was a victim testimony and nothing else, blah, blah, blah. Like that's important. He's making it seem like he has more information, even if he doesn't.
Ar fi existat vreun mandat de interceptare? Sau doar percheziții informatice?
Au fost și ceva mandate. Au fost și ceva mandate, dar sunt date de urmărire penală pe care urmează să le confirmăm și cum au fost puse în executare și să vedem despre legalitatea lor. Este un moment procesual mult prea incipient încât să putem vorbi despre așa ceva.
Și acele mandate când au fost date? Primul mandat când
nu rețin din dosar. Nu rețin din dosar și v-am zis, astea sunt date din dosar. Haideți să ne limităm la chestiuni exced probatoriul existent la acest moment.
Da, era foarte interesant, de ce vreau să punctăm acest aspect. Era interesant de aflat dacă primul mandat de interceptare s-a dat anterior punerilor sub urmărire penală.
Am înțeles. Da, știți, am eu o vorbă. Next on Kiss FM. Vedem.
Ok. Aș vrea să vă mai întreb acum în legătură cu situația aceasta bizară, să spunem, în care Ambasada Statelor Unite la București este în același timp și, să spunem, entitatea juridică care a semnalat, a sezizat răpirea și sechestrarea unei persoane cetățean american pe teritoriul României în casa fraților Tate. Și în același timp, ambasada este și cea care e obligată să îi acorde asistență juridică consulară lui Andrew Tate și lui Tristan Tate. Ați mai văzut, în decursul carierei noastre, ați mai auzit despre o astfel de situație bizară?
Da, nu pentru am că situația, da, am prins întrebarea. Situația nu este una uzuală, nu am mai întâlnit o astfel de situație, desigur. Însă stau și mă gândesc cumva la momentul la care autoritățile au luat cunoștință despre o posibilă sechestrare de persoane pe teritoriul României. Când vorbim despre un cetățean străin, e legal, e firesc să fi sesizat autoritățile române de îndată pentru a lua măsurile legale ce se impun. Pe de altă parte, pentru că în dosarul cauzei alte persoane au calitatea deja de inculpați și sunt din coincidență tot americani. Cred că era cumva obligatoriu ca Ambasada Statelor Unite să își exprime sprijinul pentru apărarea drepturilor fundamentale ale cetățenilor săi, respectiv să se asigure cumva prin acest sprijin consular că nu au parte de un tratament inegal sau nu au parte de un tratament discriminatoriu prin calitatea dumnealor de cetățeni americani. Situația este inedită, dar cum își face ambasada sau consulatul treaba, nu prea e treaba noastră a avocaților.
Da, numai că în acest caz ține de frații Tate, dacă sunt de acord să li se acorde această asistență consulară sau nu.
Au solicitat.
Au fost de acord.
Au solicitat, da.
Deci au solicitat din arest această
da,
asistență consulară.
Da.
Ok, și până la această oră în ce anume s-a concretizat această asistență consulară?
Din cunoștințele pe care le-am, s-a discutat cu reprezentantul consular, s-au prezentat doleanțele fraților Tate referitoare la respectarea drepturilor dumnealor de traducere fidelă a fiecărui act de urmărire, a fiecărei acuzări, a fiecărei etape procesuale. Și am înțeles că au fost deja asigurați că li se va pune la dispoziție sau că se va asigura o traducere autorizată, competentă, de natură a face urmărirea penală și actele urmăririi penale eficiente și din acest punct de vedere al respectării drepturilor cetățenilor americani.
Ați spus că au solicitat o traducere autorizată competentă. Să înțeleg că a fost o traducere la instanță atunci când s-a susținut arestarea preventivă de către procurorul Dicot.
Okay. This is purposeful torture. I wish this was in English, honestly.